friends, welcome to my channel. This is my first official video. I'm extremely nervous. It feels so unnatural to me to be talking to my phone right now. However, my name is Kirsten. I am a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom to 3 little boys who are 5, 7, and 9. I will be married 10 years, actually the 23rd of this month, to my husband Cole. He is in excavating and he stays very busy with that. He has long work days and usually works out of town. We live in rural Missouri, about an hour and a half of St. Louis. We live on our family farm in a 50-year-old home that my husband's grandparents built. And when they passed away, we bought the house and the acreage that came with it. So we've been here roughly 7+ years. And like I said, over the years, we've made some home improvements, just little updates here and there. We've updated some light fixtures, painted, did some things like that. However, any really big renovations we have not done. So we have actually started that process here in the last few months. My husband and I have started renovating our hall bathroom. It's the main bathroom in the house, and it's taken us months. But we have been doing all the drywall, the tiling on the walls, the tiling on the floors. My husband did the plumbing and the electrical, and that is not our forte. That's something we've never tackled before. We have loved the process. We have loved how it's turned out, and we're excited to move section by section and room by room in this home to, slowly renovate and update the home. Our goal is to just pay for things as we go. We don't want to get into a ton of debt to renovate the house. We really don't want to take out a bunch of loans to renovate the house. And not being ungrateful at all, but it is a 50-year-old house, and a lot of stuff is not only, dated and worn out, but it's just coming to the end of its life. We've had to replace the HVAC, the water softener, a lot of the electrical has just completely gone out in some of the rooms, and we've had to do some work on that. Stuff just needs some improvement. So we're excited to, over the coming months, get started on all of the home renovations, and it's going to be a lot because like I said, our schooling year does start here in a few weeks, and where I've only had 2 kiddos in school, my 5-year-old is now starting kindergarten, so I will have all 3 boys in school. So if you feel like coming along this journey with me, I do a lot of homemaking, cleaning, cooking, homeschooling, just everyday life stuff. As I mentioned, we live on my husband's family farm. We've got a pony, we've got some cows, ducks, chickens, goats, the whole kit and caboodle. And having 3 little boys, we stay busy with all of the fun, farm outdoor stuff. They love dirt bikes and fishing here on the farm and the ponds. And I'm a homebody through and through. So, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to start this channel, is because I have really struggled lately with feeling isolated and just feeling like I don't know who I am outside of being a wife and mom. And while I love that, and that is my greatest calling and the greatest privilege I could possibly have, I also want to find my voice and kind of figure out who I am outside of that. So I'm hoping to build a sense of community here on YouTube through my channel. I want to be realistic, relatable, and just be a positive corner of the internet here. So I have been kind of in a rut lately. It's been one of those things where I found myself getting up, I shower, I throw on the old t-shirt, the old sweatpants, and then I don't bother with my makeup. I spend the day just kind of bumming around, doing what I need to do, doing what I have to do, and just getting stuck to the point where I don't even want to go into town. We live about 15 minutes out of town. It's not terrible. We're not remote or anything, but I've just kind of lost all my motivation and my, a drive for something just beyond, cleaning the house, cooking meals, and, just keeping up with everybody. So I've listened to the negative monologue in my head long enough about why I can't do this, or why nobody would want to watch my content, or, I feel like I'm a pretty basic, boring person. But forget all that. We're gonna dive head first and see where this goes. I love watching YouTube. I feel like even though I haven't met a lot of the content creators, well, I haven't met any of them, who are we kidding? Even though I haven't met any of my favorite content creators, I just feel like when I watch a lot of these content creators on YouTube, I feel a sense of community that I don't have in real life. I find encouragement and motivation from these people that I'm watching on here, and you know, I've just come to realize that, you know, maybe someone needs what I have to offer. So in the coming future, we are going to be doing more home renovations. I have a garden. Like I said, we have a farm and animals. I like to cook. We do homemaking, cleaning, the whole kit and caboodle. So that's just kind of what you can expect from me here in my little corner of the internet. So once again, I appreciate all the support. Please be kind as I figure this out. I am not tech savvy. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do when it comes to editing these videos. So just be patient with me on here, and hopefully as I continue on, the content will get better, the editing, all of that will get a little bit smoother. But you got to start somewhere. So